In this video, we're going to be unboxing and assembling VELOTRIC's new fat tire e-bike, the Nomad One. Let's check it out. Hey, this is Nelson with E-RYDERS. Welcome back to the channel. Here is the VELOTRIC Nomad One in the box. I want to give a shout out to VELOTRIC for sending us out the Nomad One. Alright, opening it up, you can see inside it's covered with wrap and styrofoam, sheets, cable ties. At the bottom of the box there is an accessory toolbox. So you grab that out when you have the chance. You can do it first or after. But let's go ahead and take the bike out. Alright, that's what the bike looks like out of the box. Still wrapped up with cable ties and tape and the styrofoam. Loving the color yellow. They call it mango. All the important pieces and parts are covered well. Alright, let's open up the toolbox and accessory kit, because we're going to need some of the stuff out of here anyway. Alright, first thing is on top is the quick start guide, in case you need any instruction on putting stuff together. And right away we have the adjustable kickstand. Looks like it only takes 2 screws to put it on. But it is adjustable, as you can see. There's the screw for it. It's got some measurements. And we have a bag with some tools inside. Screwdriver, Allen wrenches. This is the charger, and it looks like it does have the VELOTRIC name on it, so that's good. It is a 3.0 fast charging, so that's nice because it'll charge the bike faster. Here's the display. This thing is a little extra part to keep the wires together. Here's your pedals, both left and right. This is your headlight. There's a little spacer for the reflectors. Is the bell that attaches to your handlebars, and some stuff at the bottom there. That's the other piece to the charger. This is a battery operated light, rear light. And these are some extra parts, screws and bolts and whatnot, maybe perhaps for the kickstand and some other stuff. And another reflector. Alright, that's it. Now we're going to remove the battery, because we want to charge the battery while we're putting the bike together. You can see they put a little protective sleeve there. Look around the battery. It's a big battery. Nice, clean, sleek. Alright, looking at the front here, make sure you got your forks facing forward. Now that your stem isn't facing forward, you're going to have to turn that around by loosening up those 2 screws on the side. They just do that for shipping, so it's easy. Grab an Allen wrench, loosen it up. Alright, and then you just face it forward. And just line up your forks with the stem. And then you can tighten it back up. Just tighten up the sides. Same ones that we loosened earlier. And I'm just gonna real quick make sure the top is nice and tight as well. It is. As you can see, it was. It turned the whole steering. All right, so next we're going to remove the bracket held by 4 screws. That's the stem handlebar bracket. Just remove those 4 screws. Take the bracket off, and you grab the handlebars and align it up in the center as best you can. Grab that little bracket again, put it over. Luckily, VELOTRIC has given you some white indicators to line everything up. But we're going to grab one of the screws and just kind of put it in by hand to get it started. Alright, now we're tightening everything up. We're going to cross tighten everything. We're going to grab the tire. We take off the protective sides. One side, that's just for shipping so nothing gets damaged. And on the other side they got another protective piece. But we're going to loosen the screw. You could take this, you could take it off the bolt, or you can put it all at the end of the threaded area and take off the other side. This one's a little harder to take off, but it comes off. Just keep pulling. And then we're going to screw that to the very end of the thread. Like I said, you could take it off if you want to. I'm just going to put it to the end, that way I don't have to mess with it later. Because when you're trying to line up the forks, you kind of need 2 hands. So I don't want to mess with anything. I want to make sure I can just put it right on. Before you do that, you got to take off this protective piece at the bottom of the forks. And then you also have the protective spacer in between the hydraulic brake pads. Alright, now you're ready to put the front tire on. Line up the rotors in between the disc brakes. And then put it right on the axle. Alright, went on very easy. So we're going to tighten up on the sides there, on each side of the axle. I'm just doing it with my fingers, but then after that you can use a wrench and just tighten it down. You're all set for the front tire. Alright, the next part we're going to put on is the kickstand. And we're going to do that because it's going to be a lot easier to hold the bike up for the rest of the assembly while the kickstand is keeping the bike up. So we're going to remove this piece at the back tire. And it is threaded, so we're just going to thread it off. Now we have access to easily put on the kickstand, but we got to remove these 2 screws. line up the kickstand. And put a screw through to kind of start it off and line it up easily. Alright, I'll grab the other screw, put that in. And then just tighten it up. Don't forget, it is an adjustable kickstand, so if you don't know where you want it before you put it on, you can adjust it with that little screw in the middle of the kickstand later on after you put it on. Right now we're going to put on the fender and the light, but we have to remove the screw that's already in there. Alright, after removing the screw, you can go ahead and place the fender, just get it ready. And you grab the light. Put the screw through. And then go on the other side and grab the fender and put that right over the screw and grab the little nut on the other side, tighten up. You'll need to use a wrench to hold the nut on one side. Then grab the Allen wrench and tighten it up front while holding the back. Alright, now take the screws off where the fender stays. There's one on each side of the bottom of the forks. And put the screw back in with the fender stay, and we're going to do the other side after you tighten it. We've tightened both sides and our fender is done. Next, we're going to put on the display. And it's real easy. Line it up and then put the screws in. You can start off the screws by hand. And then just tighten it up. Don't forget, you also have some other screws on the side of the display. So you've clamped it onto the handlebar, but now you also have some screws on the side which allow the display to angle upward or downward. So once you find a desired angle, tighten it up. Next, we got to plug in the headlight. You can see it's a red end. Look for the other red end. And there are pins in there, so be very, very careful. Line up the arrows and push, do not twist. Once it's pushed in, use the little threaded piece and thread on it. That way it stays on. There you go. I'm going to put on and connect the other ones. This is the green one. This is for display. And match it up with the other green one. There is no twist threaded piece for this one. Again, it's just line up the arrows and the pins and push. Here we go. And do the same thing for the blue, which is also for the display. Again, line up the arrows. Do not twist, just push. There you go. Alright, now we're going to put the bell on. Take the screw out first. This is the Phillips. Alright, we'll wrap it around the handlebar. We'll put the screw back through. Alright, all set there. Now for the pedals. Remember, the pedals are labeled, and so is the crank. So, R for right, and remember that is being threaded clockwise. And use the wrench that was in the toolbox and just tighten it down. Alright, now let's do the left hand side. Now for the left side, it is counterclockwise when threading. And then we'll tighten it down. Alright, well, we'll take the battery off the charger and put the battery back on. As you can see, that's the top part because it goes right there. We'll put it in bottom first. That way it goes straight on into the top. We'll push it all the way in, make sure it's in. Perfect. As you can see, it also has a keyhole. And that's basically to release the battery when you want to charge it. And just so you know, you don't have to take the battery out to charge it. You can also plug it in while the battery's in the bike right there at the charge port. It has a little rubber protective cover to protect it from the elements. And it has a little battery indicator too right there, so you can check it right away. Now let's go ahead and I'll show you how to release the battery. The keys are attached to the handlebars. You just put the key in and you turn it to unlock it, and your battery can pop out just like that whenever you need to take it out. And you're all set. Now we're almost done. Before we take it out for a ride, we definitely want to make sure it's got air. And as you can see, it's at a 30 psi, which is how much pressure you need to put into the tire. So we're going to pump it up. Now we're going to let it sit here until we get 30 psi. And here is what the VELOTRIC Nomad One looks like, all put together. As you can see, it is a step-through fat tire e-bike. Alright, let's go ahead and check out their website. So on the VELOTRIC website, you'll notice that they have a couple bikes available. The Discover One and the Nomad One, which we have unboxed today. So we're looking at the Nomad One. As you can see, there are a couple options, a step-through and a high step. The Nomad One is currently going for $1,399. It is on sale as of today of this video. Now it can go up, it can go down. There are certain discounts available at different times of the year, and even coupon codes. So always be on the lookout for those coupon codes. I will be sure to put those codes or discounts down below in the description, along with the link to their website and also their social media page, such as their YouTube page and also their Facebook page. And also be on the lookout for the review video of this bike coming up soon, and also the unboxing and review of their other bike, which is the Discover One. Again, this is Nelson with the E-RYDERS channel. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Check you later.